Hi there, Tyler Jeffcoat. I'm the CEO of Seller Accountant, where we provide bookkeeping and CFO services, mostly for US based sellers. But a question that we get often is, I'm a non-US based seller. Can I find success as an Amazon business owner? And the answer, of course, is yes. There's a tremendous opportunity for US based businesses and non-US based businesses to take advantage of a couple of phenomenon. The most important one is just that buyer behavior is shifting toward online platforms, so you no longer have to have the physical presence of a legacy bricks and mortar business. That's the same competitive advantage that US based sellers can have as maybe an EU based seller or an Asian based seller. The second thing is Amazon.com has just dominated the US marketplace. I mean, penetration within our market here in the States is just higher. Like, think about it from my perspective. So a lot of the sellers that are here in the States with us would love to break into, say, Canada or the EU or the Japanese marketplace or India or Australia or one of these other marketplaces. But the issue that we run into is that Amazon hasn't done as great a job in those marketplaces yet. They probably will. But as of right now, they don't own the eyeballs and the buyer intent in the EU in the same way that they do in America. And so it is more challenging for us to come to the EU and build a successful multi-million-dollar business than I believe it is for you, say, for instance, if you were like, say, a German seller or a UK-based seller, to build a very successful business here in the States. And so the answer is yes, you can do it. But here's my question for you. What is your competitive advantage that's going to allow you to compete and to do really well in any marketplace, not just the US marketplace? And as far as I can tell, there's only two possible answers to that question, although there's a million different nuances. Number one, I have a supply chain competitive advantage, or number two, I have a marketing competitive advantage. In other words, I either need to be better than my competitors at securing product at a high quality for a low enough price that I can export it and then import it into the States here and then turn around and sell it and make a profit after I pay Amazon fees and advertising and everything else. So I either have a supply chain competitive advantage, or I'm just really, really good at marketing. I'm good at understanding my customers' needs and addressing those needs in a way that makes them more compelled to pay a higher price for my product than for my competitor's product. And so I think before I would deploy the capital to get into any marketplace, and that's not even just the US, I would just ask the hard question: what is my competitive advantage? How am I going to be unique and great in the market? And if you have one, you can either secure product really cheaply, or you have the ability to really market on a high level, then yeah, US is a great place to be. And so what do you do about it then, right? So as an accountant, let me give you a couple of things here. You're going to have to become tax compliant pretty much right away if you get into the States. Unfortunately, that's not Seller Accountant. We do not provide tax services. We just are not. We're a bookkeeping and CFO firm. There are CPA firms that are really focused on getting your taxes ironed out. Email me if you'd like a connection with one of those. I'd be happy to refer you. But once you reach a certain threshold, maybe it's $250,000 per year in revenue, maybe it's $500,000 per year in revenue. Once you reach a certain scale, you're also going to need to go ahead and put your packet together in case you want to sell it down the line, or in case you want to try to raise some US-based funding, which can be fairly favorable. And when that happens, I'd love for you to call us. We'd love to talk to you here at Seller Accountant to help you really solidify your bookkeeping, create that investor-grade picture so that you can either scale the business or exit the business, whatever your goals are. For that, I'm going to leave you here. So yes, you can be successful in the US as a non-US seller, but you got to know who you are, and you got to get through some basic tax things before you get to a point where you might want to hire a firm like Seller Accountant. Take care.